So the developers of Manor have just recently given us a new update that is available on a playtest. Now within this playthrough we're going to check all of the new features that came with this update and also check out the new map called Twin Lakes. So the first thing I want to do is to select my character and also my flag, which I've got. And then from here I'm going to select the Twin Lakes map, which is the new one that we got for this beta test. And I'm going to place my flag right over here. So you'll see some of these blocks, these regional blocks are really big. So this one specifically and also the one here at the top, those are the two biggest ones. I'm going to do this. I'm going to move the AI opponent to this corner over here. And I'm going to start here. This is a very scenic location, so I think this is a good place to start. So we're going to only select one AI opponent, and then I'm also going to take away the off-map adversary, and then we'll keep the raider frequency the same, and then the maximum bandit camp spawn limit, we'll keep that at 3. Everything else is pretty much going to be standard. So let's go for it. I want to first see what type of resources we've got here. So, oh, this is lovely. Okay, so we've got a big deposit here of the wild berries. This is great. All I don't like about this is it's really on an awkward spot, because I would have ideally wanted to lay my city out over here, but we're probably going to move more towards this side, starting the city out, and I'm going to have to keep this forest here, otherwise I'm going to destroy the berries. And then we've also got an endless underground reserve here for the stone, which means we can create our own dress stone and we can sell that off. This is an extremely good commodity to have to start with. So yeah, let's get this going. We've also got a fishing deposit, and I don't know if I'm going to really bother with that, but yeah, maybe I'll just use that also as a trading commodity. Right, so let's just see where we can find all our water locations. This is good. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to place it right over there, and then we can start by placing our logging camp. I'm going to have to just keep an eye on that so that we can be sure that we don't dig into the trees over here. So I'll just systematically shift the logging camp further up into this big forest over here. But for now, we'll just place it here, and we'll also have our woodcutter. Let's see, the granary. And then also the storehouse. Cool. And what I'm going to do, just to help with the logistics, I'm going to just pull a road through like this. And we can do another one over here, which this is going to form part of the market. So I'm going to make just like a little block like that. And let's just see, market. There we go. 15 market stall locations. I think this should be sufficient in any case. We'll probably have another market stall further up towards this side. Okay, but let's fast forward this. And I want to, relatively early on in my game, I want to place another hitching post. And I think I'm going to just go ahead and maybe place it over here like so. And my trading post, I do want to squeeze in here. So let's see if we can pull the road up like this. There we go. And trading post. Let's see if we can squeeze it in. Yeah, so I'm going to probably just squeeze it in like so. Let's just go from here and set up ourselves a forager. And yeah, we can probably just leave it right over here like so. I think that's close enough. And then from this side, we can start with our burgage plots. Don't want to make it too big, but I'm going to pull it maybe up just like that. So we can squeeze in 4 of those. And then what I'll probably do is I'll make bigger burgage plots here closer towards the river. We've got 4 logs, so let's maybe just start by placing 2 of these burgage plots. There we go. And here's our foragers. So what I'm going to do is, like I normally do, alternate between the families to do the wood cutting for me, and then also to collect the food, just initially until we get another family. So I'm going to just shift them over here to the forager. It does look like we require wood or food more than wood. Got another 4 logs. So let's just do this. There we go. So the reason why I selected the AI opponents, I want to actually see how this improved, because I know they did make a lot of tweaks in regards to the AI. So I'm going to see as we progress with our own city how they are also going to develop, and if they'll be able to actually defend themselves from raiders, because I've had many occasions in the past where the raiders will attack them and then they're literally just left with rubble. So I want to see that they can effectively defend themselves and grow in an organic way. But so far, it's looking pretty good actually. And they are pretty lucky. They've got a rich resource deposit here for the wild animals and for the berries. So yeah, I think they're very lucky. And then they've also got a pretty big territory. This does look like a pretty good strategic location. It's not very big, but I mean, this is an excellent spot for your fort, having this cliff over here. So yeah, that's pretty nice. So let's just see here. We've got now that extra timber. I just want to let it accumulate up to 4. And then we can place another 2 burgage plots. And I think I want to go ahead and add some bigger burgage plots. So we're going to pull a road through here to the back. And let's make them more elongated burgage plots. Maybe not too long, but I'm going to go ahead and take it up to round about there, I think. So what I'm going to do with these burgage plots, I want to specifically look at, I will obviously have my veggies, but I want to make a lot of orchards, and specifically looking at planting pears, because with the pears we get the best trade value. So if we can get up to the point where we can start selling pears and we can also sell the dress stone, we are going to make really, really good money. Okay, so let's see, we've got some extra timber there. So let's just go ahead and add another burgage plot. There we go. And one more. There we go. Right, and we can just go ahead and create our militia. And let's just see here for the development. Increase approval from food variety, increase success chance for trees planting, increase export price on minor trades, increase capacity for forage good deposits, decreased agricultural efficiency. So before I decide on what I want to do, I want to first see how my fertility is looking over here. Okay, so yeah, you can see it's not great. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go for this one off the Fochtland. Yep. So we're going to get better trade, better income from our trades, from the minor trades. And then we've got a much bigger wild berry deposit over here. So see, this is fantastic. So now the berries will actually mean something to us. Let's see where the food is at. Okay, we've got 16 berries. Alright, so we just let this fast forward and get a few extra families in. From here, I'm going to look at adding myself the trading post so that we can start making some proper money. So we're going to first start by adding some... I suppose we need to first do the planks. Okay, so we do need those planks to get those extra extensions over here. I just want to see, we've got space for 2 oxen. Alright, this hitching post I still need to move, so let's just bring it down to here. And I'm going to go ahead and order myself, let's purchase another oxen. And what we can do is we can pull a road up here. We're going to move our wood cutting places, we're going to move up. And we want to systematically move them further away from the deposits over here, so that they don't get affected. But let's just see, we need to get our saw pit as well. So I'm going to go ahead and plop it down right over there. I've just got to keep an eye on our wood. Okay, the wood is still fine. That is the firewood I'm talking about. Right, so we're still waiting for those extra families to come in. There we go. We got one extra now. So approval rating, I also just need to keep above 50% to ensure that the people will keep on coming in. But now what I'm going to do is, let's just maybe assign one family there by the saw pit. The next one will be assigned here by the woodcutter. And then from there, I'll maybe on and off assign families, extra families here to the logging camp, just to help with our progress to go a little bit quicker. Okay, so we've got to now just wait for those planks. I do have to set myself a capping here for the planks. So we can say they can create planks up to 60. I think that's a decent amount. See, they're already starting to dig into the trees on this side. So I'm very tempted to just already make the move. Move the logging camp and the woodcutter's huts. Just move them up. Just get them a little bit further away. Right, so we've got that extra families in now. So I've got all the burgage plots, I've got families in now, and I've assigned another family here to the logging camp. Just temporarily. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set up our trading post. And I want to see, I think I can set up a minor trade to start selling some berries and also planks. I think that's going to be a good idea to start doing that. And then we can set up a quarry for ourselves where we can start gathering the rubble and also the rough stone. And I think those two we can also maybe set up as a minor trade. I just need to make double sure. And then eventually we can start doing our dress stone once we've got the stonemason station up. So let's just see, the trading post. Okay, we need 4 logs for that. Okay, so we've got to just hang in there and wait for our timber to accumulate. So we're using a lot of the logs now specifically just to make the planks. But I've reached my capacity now, so yeah, those logs, the timber should accumulate pretty quickly now. So here we go. I just had enough timber and now it dropped again. Oh man. There we go. Thank you. Right, so let's set that up. So the trading post is set up, and let's just see here for the food specifically. I want to see what we can get for the berries. Okay, so the berries does fall under a minor trade. And let's just say export. I think I'm going to go for this. I'm going to export whenever we get over 60 berries. I'm going to export that. And then of course the planks does also fall under a minor. And we can just maybe say anything over 40. We can sell that off. And then of course last one will be the firewood. Export also a minor trade. And I'm going to just play it safe and say that anything over 80 we can then sell. Okay, so I'm going to just leave it at that. Once we get some extra families in, we can then start selling off some rubblestone. But for now, I'm going to just leave it like that. And let's set up ourselves a few extra burgage plots. And yeah, I'm going to make these ones maybe a little bit smaller. And see how many we can squeeze. Yeah, maybe I should do it like this. I can squeeze 5 burgage plots in like so. Yeah, I'm gonna just go for it. So then from there we can pull the road up. Let's just bring it up like so. And we're bringing it down to the fishing spot. And then I'm gonna also pull the road through here to the back. Here we go. And then from here we can do another layer of burgage plots. They're relatively close to the marketplace. And I think what we can do, this is an option. We could probably place our church over here. This is going to be a nice centralized location. So, you know, maybe we should just do that. Set it up like here. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. And then the tavern, I suppose we can have somewhere on this side. Or maybe further to the back here by the water. Oh, we can actually, for the guys when they chill after work, they've got a nice view of the lake when they come for a drink. So maybe we can have it over here. Now we're slowly but surely getting those extra families in, and I'm going to also go ahead and upgrade these hitching posts to the small stables. And let's just pull this road through. And we want to set up ourselves a quarry over here. And I'm going to just do it like so, pull the road through. And let's see, so the quarry. Yeah, let's just drop it down like so. I suppose we can add more of these burgage plots. There we go. Put another 2 in, and then we can pull the road through right past the quarry over here. Okay, so let's just see to start adding maybe some veggies. I think this is going to be pretty important just to get some veggies going. And I want to specifically look at the carrots and the cabbage. I'm going to alternate between those two. So yeah, I'm going to change some of these smaller burgage plots also to the crop field or the vegetable gardens. Because initially these vegetable gardens, they cost a lot the bigger they are. So I'm going to just show you as an example. Let's make one a vegetable garden, and let's turn one into an orchard. And then I'm going to just show you how much you're going to actually pay for these. So yeah, look at this, 48 coin for this big crop field over here. So that's quite pricey at this stage of the game. And then for the pears, now that's ridiculous. That's going to cost us 135. Okay, so you see what I mean? These can get really expensive. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got now quite a few families available. We'll assign one family here extra to the trading post. Actually, we can assign 2 families here to the trading post. And then I'll assign, just for now, one family here to the quarry. And we can now also look at upgrading both the granary and the storehouse. Let's just start with the storehouse. We do need some extra cobblestone in order to upgrade the granary. Just waiting now for that extra coin to come in so that we can change this first burgage plot to a carrot vegetable garden. So we've got 2 extra families in now. Maybe let's assign 2 because we are going to sell the cobblestone also. So export, and we'll export the cobblestone maybe when it's over 30 or 40. Let's also do 40 for this one. Right, so the work area is empty now for the forager hut, so I'm going to unassign that family. And for the time being, they can also be assigned here to the quarry. So thinking of that, you know, I should actually get some more food in. Get some food going. Maybe we should just go ahead and add a few chicken coops. So it does say the food will last us another 3 months, which should be sufficient for us to get through the winter with the current berries that we've got. And we'll just, like I say, we'll produce those extra eggs now. Right, so we've got quite a decent amount of rough stone already, so we can also use the rough stone as a minor trade. So you're going to go to your crafting materials and you can see the rough stone. We get really good money for this. I would argue this is probably one of the most lucrative things that you can export. So if you've got an infinite stone deposit like we've got over here, then yeah, you definitely want to look at exporting the rough stone. So I'm going to say export when we're over 40. So this is going to be great. This is going to really bring nice money in. So obviously the idea is to eventually do the dress stone, and we are going to set all of that up now. I'm going to do the stone masonry. We can place it right next to the quarry over here. But now the problem is with the dressstone, that's only a major trade. Yeah, there you can see. So we have to open up this trade route. So if we use this as the first major trade to open up, it's only going to cost us 50 coin to open up this trade route, which is really not that bad. But now looking at it, I'm kind of like double guessing myself if I really want to sell it, because you can see we get 5 coin for the dress stone, but we also get 5 coin for the rough stone. So I'm like, well, might as well just keep on selling the rough stone. Or we could do both. I mean, if we've got a lot of workers assigned here, yeah, we can probably do that. Now I'm just checking out my AI opponents. They are progressing pretty nicely. I must admit, things are moving really smoothly here for them. Yeah, this is pretty good. It's definitely looking better, I must say, from what I can remember. But now we'll see if they can defend themselves when they get attacked. And they are very clever placing the manor actually on this cliff over here. So the AI, they're definitely getting smarter with the way that they place all the structures. But yeah, let's just quickly head back to our place. There we go. Right, we've got some extra families available. Now I'm thinking of assigning a family over here. Just to do some fishing on and off. It's not going to really make a big difference, but yeah, why not? Just as an extra reserve. Let's build that. Now I've already got 2 chicken coops and I've got 1 vegetable garden here that's doing the carrots. But let's just go ahead and place ourselves another chicken coop. See, our resources are running low. We've got a month of supply left for the food, which isn't too bad. I think we need to push for pretty much a month still, and then the berries will start to accumulate again. Well, let's see. We can add ourselves some more crop fields. I'm going to add another veggie garden. And we can specifically do the carrots. So let's see. Yeah, there we've got enough coin now. Right. So, you know, I'm not going to bother with the dress stone for now. It's going to cost us less to open up the major trade route here for the rough stone. Establish a proper trade route. Yeah. So we're going to sell way more at a time. Let's just do this. Establish trade route. There we go. This is definitely going to be one of our main trading commodities. And then, like I've mentioned before, I want to do pears specifically. So we're going to just let our gold accumulate, or the coins accumulate, so that we can build some pear orchards. Yeah, let's just assign some more families in here. We've got 2 of these burgage plots where we can have extra families, and I think there's another 2 over here. Okay, perfect. So the approval rating is looking much better. We obviously just need to get our food variety up. And there's 2 extra families available that we can assign. I think I'm going to just do that. Add another family here to the granary, as well as to the storehouse. Oh, there we got a big chunk of coin now. So I can do this. I can add myself a pear orchard, which I'm going to do. And we can do the same over here. Orchard. Just do another pear orchard. Yeah, these are all going to be pear orchards. They're going to be one of my main exports. So we can really push this. And now what we can do on this side, I need to get a nice leather production going. So I'm going to look at adding some goat sheds. Here we go. Alright. Okay, so our food is very much on the low side. But you can see the berries, they're going to start to accumulate now again. So let's just assign one family here to the forager. And once the berry fertility is looking healthy, then I'll maybe assign another family. Tractor movement, yeah. So we're at that point now where we can place our manor. So let's just see, manor. I'm thinking a good location for the manor will probably be on this side. Or on the main road. Why not? Or let's do it just off the main road. Kind of like this. There we go. Now I'm gonna just keep an eye here on these logging camps and woodcutters. They still dig upwards. And thinking of that now, I should add myself a forester or two. Let's just do one for now. And we can just build our base structure here for the manor. And maybe the garrison tower also, why not? Commit. So the gold's already accumulating very fast at this stage. Okay, we've got a couple of goat sheds running now. Yeah, so you see what I mean, like this is now obviously a bigger burgage plot, but look how expensive these are. 207 coin. Yeah, as well, 200. So we've got plenty of logs, so let's see to add some more burgage plots right over here. I'm gonna just do it like so. And actually, you know, let's maybe bring it up to, I would say, around about here. There we go. And then I'm gonna do another one like so. And extend it to the back. So I've done this with a different playthrough of mine, where I let the burgage plot actually go around the church. There we go. Okay, that's looking pretty decent. And now this we can use also as a veggie garden. So we've got these bandits. I want to really deal with them pretty quickly because they're now starting to steal my resources. Okay, yeah, there's 2, there's 3. Okay. Just want to see what's happening here with our opponents. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. They've got the manor on the slope. And it looks like the workers are stuck over here. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, this guy's glitching out. Okay, so I like the fact that they've built it on this cliff over here, but they should have maybe made the entrance on this side. But otherwise, that's pretty cool, I must admit. Right, now seeing that the berries are accumulating over here, we can maybe just assign another family. We can also do ourselves a little herb garden. Right, and now we can see how the coin is accumulating. It's very nice. It's moving at a really quick pace. It is going to take a really long while for us to get a proper harvest with the pears. I believe it takes 4 years. Yeah, there we go, you can see. So it takes 4 years, roughly, for it to reach the full maturity and to get the maximum yield. But I think from 2 years onwards, we're already starting to harvest, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this one I'm going to turn into a veggie garden and we can plant our carrots in here as well. Then we're still going to need to do a few veggie gardens specifically for the cabbage. So I think we should get that going because we need that food variety if we want to level up the houses. Now, speaking of that, I do think we can already start to level up some of the houses. So let's just see, we do need meats, fishes or animal produce. Okay. Well, that is going to get going now here with the goat sheds that we've got and also with the chicken coops. We can maybe add a few more of those. We can make some smaller burgage plots on this side. Not disturbing the forest here. But just maybe do a few. Going up like so. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we've got 7 over here. I'm gonna just go ahead and do this. We can pull a road through. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, so I'm probably gonna move this forester or forager on a later stage, but for now we'll just leave it like that. I can't fit the road through there. And there we go. So we'll do maybe a few extra goat sheds and a few chicken coops just to get that animal produce going. Let's maybe assign one worker here and we can start some fishing. Now this doesn't really help for a big population, but it's going to just help us to stabilize our food here with the initial stages. And let's just do another chicken coop over here. There we go. So our mana is up. And we've got our retinue of 5. Now we need to start charging some taxes. So let's see, land tax. Oh, shibbit. I didn't want to do that. So let's maybe take it up with 10%. We should still have a decent amount of approval, even with the 10% land tax. But I don't really want to make it less than that, otherwise our tax accumulates really slowly. Now in order to get maximum benefit for those tax, we need to upgrade our burgage plots. So let's see which ones we can upgrade at the moment. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any that we can upgrade. So I'm gonna say, let's just say they can keep on fishing until the population drops maybe to 90. There we go. And now we're starting to require the maintenance, so we need to import some tools. Import, and I'll just say, oops, wrong button. I'll just say up to 5 maybe, and then we can also purchase ourselves a horse, which is going to obviously help with the trade. So let's do 1 horse and we can get another oxen. There we go. I got ourselves a couple of extra goat sheds over here. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of these, change it to cabbage. Do another carrot and then 1 more cabbage. There we go. Okay, so you can see here the wild berry deposit is looking pretty decent. We've got 2 families here. I don't think I'm going to bother in adding even more. And yeah, so it is carp. I was right. So that's the only fish variety that we can get. If it doesn't say eel, then it's definitely going to be carp. Okay, so we should be able to start upgrading the houses. Yeah, here you can see now. They are giving us the option. Let's start upgrading a few. And that's just going to help us really accumulate the tax a little bit quicker. And I'm going to add a few of these small burgage plots. I'm going to add right over here. And these ones are all going to be burgage plots that I'm going to use for artisanal shops. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to also push the saw pit. I'm going to maybe push this a little bit higher because we need so many planks for this fence that we build around the manor. So I'm going to push this up to maybe, let's say 100. And then we can say the trading post, they can sell if we go over 120. Let's do that. Export. Okay. Perfect. But we can make our own mortar also. So just want to see. Yeah, we do need only rubblestone. That will be converted then into mortar. So we can place this workshop right over here. There we go. So we got a decent amount of coin that we can add to our treasury. And yeah, I just want to get this retinue up as quickly as possible. And I want to try and get all 24 of my retinue there. Because when we do have them there, then we'll be fine to defend the first raider attack. And we'll also be able to take out all of these bandit camps. So, and that's going to, in return, just give us very nice extra money. There we go. So we've got the coin now. So I'm going to just go ahead and add all of these pear orchards. We've got a few running already. But we've got to set these up as soon as possible. Because once we can start exporting those babies, they're going to really bring some money in. Now, I want to do a combination between the stone, the pears, and then basically shoes. Those are going to be my main exports, and they all bring a lot of money in. So when you go here to the commodities, you can see here that with the shoes, we can get 7 coin per pair of shoes, which is absolutely insane. So I definitely want to use that also as a trade commodity. We've got a lot of extra family, so I'm thinking, let's maybe assign another family here to the quarry, and then I suppose we can start doing the dress stone. I know I'm not selling it at this stage, but the dress stone we're going to use for the church and for the manor to upgrade them. Yeah. So I can just maybe start accumulating these. I'm going to look at importing some tiles. They are quite pricey, but I mean, our clay is all the way up there, so I'm not going to bother in creating my own tiles. And we've got a very small deposit in any case, like 117, so. And we can do another 2 families we can add here to the granary and to the storehouse. Perfect. I'm going to take 1 family away here from the quarry, and I'll just assign them here to the lime kiln. And we'll tell them to just keep on producing mortar until we get maybe like to 80. And then we can also do this. We can sell the mortar, export, when it's over 60. So now we've got a lot of different commodities that we're selling. And the roof tiles, they're part of a major trade, so I'm going to establish a trade route here, and I'm going to just say import, and we'll import, how much do we need? Only 10. Okay, so I'm going to go for that. I'm going to just say 10. Right, and it's getting winter again, so wild berry deposit is depleted. And I want to look at adding my sheep farm somewhere. So the first thing we need to do is getting ourselves a livestock trading post, which I'll probably, let's just place it over here. Why not? And this stable I want to move maybe more towards this side, just across basically. Or we can move it towards this side because it can help carrying the logs. So let's move it over there. And now we've got this extra space over here which we can do some extra small burgage plots. I just want to see which ones we can upgrade. But we still need families in these ones. Now I'm not going to bother in adding extensions yet. But I just want to see, so we've got this new level 2 burgage plot. Or a new level 3 burgage plot actually. So the level 2 they still look the same. But the level 3 is going to look a little bit different. So I want to see how that's going to look. So the normal level 3 burgage plot that we used to get, they are going to be our level 4 houses, if I understand it correctly. So yeah, we'll check it out. We're going to have to produce ourselves some garments and then also get the ale. So let's see, to build a tavern. You know what, I think it's going to be more practical placing the tavern over here. So let's maybe do that. I'm going to just go ahead and do that. I think all of these burgage plots are relatively close. So it should be able to supply all of them. Right, so and then we need to look at where we can start placing our sheep farms. I don't really feel like taking out these trees over here. So maybe what we can do, we can add our sheep farm here at the bottom. Let's just place the sheep farm over here. And then we can make the pastures. We can just create pastures over here. Do it like so. Why not? Keep them here close to the lake. I think it's going to look nice having them all here. Yeah, so I'm going to take a little bit of the forest away, but this is fine. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm going to just go with that. We're going to leave our pastures over here. I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's see. We've got a lot of rubblestone. We are selling the rubblestone. Export, yes. So maybe I should establish a proper trade route just to get that moved a little bit quicker. Yeah, why not? We are making very decent money, so suppose we can do that. And let's just purchase ourselves another horse. Get the trades really going. Right, so there's plenty of houses that we can upgrade now, so I'm gonna just go through the list and start upgrading. I'm gonna get a nice extra tax from this. So let's see, with the food variety, so we've got some chicken, we've got berries. We've already started producing pears. That's interesting. That's very interesting. We've got really small pear trees, but they are producing. That's pretty cool. And then we've got eggs and we've got milk. Okay, great stuff. Right, so we've got this livestock trading post now, and I'm going to go ahead and start adding some sheep for myself. And we're going to just say, let's maybe bring it up to 10 sheep. I'm not going to bother with the lambs. I'm going to just get the adult sheep. Get it up to 10, and we can assign one worker here by the sheep farm. Right, so I don't know if we've got, we do have the families in here, but I don't know why they're not supplied with anything. Oh, actually no, we've got a lot of living space available. Jeepers. So I know with every time, this is now also a new thing actually. So when you upgrade the houses, every time you do upgrade a house, that will provide an extra living space for a family. So they have made it a little bit different than before. So what I think I'll do is I'll maybe change this chicken coop. We can place another chicken coop over here. I want a working family to already start doing some tailoring for me. So I'm going to place a tailor's workshop right over here. And then I think right next to this one, we can do the boyer's workshop. And let's just do another chicken coop over here. Right, so we've already got 3 adult sheep, so that's good. The trade is going pretty quickly. And I'm going to just go ahead and start to upgrade my church as well as the tavern. And this we can change to carrots. Let's just make sure that all of these burgage plot extensions, they've got what the extensions activated. Yeah, okay, that's good. Alright, so what we can do is here, we can do maybe another 2 goat sheds. So we've already produced 18 hide, and we can look at adding ourselves another tannery, or a tannery. And I'm going to just go ahead and place it over here. Why not? Okay, so the clothes that I want to produce will have to be produced from yarn. So we're going to do that. And I'm not going to set a limit for the clothing production. And then we need a weaver's hut as well. So the weaver's hut will slot in nicely right next to the tannery. And it makes sense having all of them together over here. And I'll just pull the road through like so. Yeah, so the town's coming along very nicely. I can see that we've got now a total population of 82. That's pretty decent. So let's just see how our AI opponents, how they are doing. So they've grown quite a bit. I'm not sure if there's any way that you can see... no, I'm not sure if there's any way that you can see how the population is doing. But they are growing pretty decently. Doesn't look like any of the houses has been upgraded yet though. Right, so we've got some extra coin there in the treasury. So we're going to just go ahead and increase our retinue size further. There we've got 10 now. So yeah, I think we're going to be more than ready for when the bandits come. We've got 29 days left. So we've got a retinue of 10. And then we've also got the spear militia. I just want to see the boyer's workshop has also been set up. And I'm going to let them just continue creating warbows up until 40. And then let's just see for the trade. This will fall under a major trade. So for all the weapons, they are all major trades. 80, let's open up that. Export. And let's say when it's over 40, they can sell. Oh, sorry, over 30. Should maybe do it that way. Just say over 30. Alrighty, so our church is also done. Looks really cool. I suppose we can assign one family now to the church. We've got so many available families. I might as well just assign whatever family I can get there. So we can get ready for the bandits to attack. Let's just add ourselves a new archer militia. We do have plenty of warbows, so let's do that. Okay, now this will be sufficient for us to take these guys on. So I'm going to just go ahead to save me some effort and time. We can place our retinue out. Right, so I want to just double check. So for us to go with the burgage plots to level 3, we just need the extra clothes and then the alcohol. So I'm going to have to import some barley. We'll set that up soon. Let's just do this. Get all our militia out. And then I want to just see enemy unit spotted. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they are... It looks like they're going to attack the AI opponent. But they do look prepared. Oh wow. They've actually got 2 parties of spear militia. And then they've got a retinue of 5. Oh, these guys are ready to go to war. Look at this. This is pretty cool. So now I see I've got all my military prepared, but the bandits are coming this way. And I don't know. Oh, they're attacking these bandits also. Oh my goodness. But now they're leaving the city exposed. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. You're making a mess here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, turn around. Well done. Okay. So you've taken out these bandits, so now you've got to quickly return and go defend your town, mates. Oh my word. Come on, man. They're burning your houses down. There we go. Finally. Okay, well at least they are defending now. Okay, good. There we go. Okay, they are definitely doing a little bit better. You've got a horse walking around here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, I can actually tell all my guys to return. They can return back to work, so we're fine. These AI opponents actually made a pretty decent decoy. Let's just send our retinue also back. I'm going to let them accumulate still. So for us to take over a territory, we need 1,000 influence. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can push my influence up a little bit further. We do get influence in taking out these bandit camps, so... Yeah, maybe I should look at taking out some bandit camps. We've got 2 not too far from us. I just feel... Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's do this. I think 10 retinue should be enough to take on the bandit camps. I think so. So let's just send these guys out. And... yeah, I'm gonna send them out just to gather over here. Right, now from here, I'm going to just push this up a little bit further to help get us some more sheep. And we are starting to produce wool, so that's good. I'm going to maybe assign another farmer here, and then we can have 2 families here by the weaver's workshop and 1 family by the tannery. Once we start slaughtering the sheep, then we'll obviously get a very nice amount of extra hides. And then we'll be able to produce plenty of leather, and then we can look at adding the shoes also as a trading commodity. There we go. Okay. So now all of these burgage plots I've converted to pear orchards. Yeah. We've still got space for another 9 families. So yeah, it's very different, like the progression now. It feels like I don't have to build as many burgage plots in order to progress. Which I'm kind of like, on the one hand I like it, but on the other hand it's like I feel I want to expand. So now I'm kind of like in this limbo state because I don't know, I don't really know what else to do. Let's upgrade the tavern. And we definitely need to set up a malt house, so an appropriate location for the malt house will probably be here. And we can just bring the road around. There we go. Right, I do think let's maybe take away one family here from the weaver's workshop, and we can add then 2 families just to do the foraging. Right, and let's go take out this one bandit camp. Come on. Alright, so here they come. Let's just get the guys ready. Right, so I'm gonna let them charge. Here we go. We'll probably lose 1 or 2 of our retinue, but we're gonna get decent coin from taking out these bandit camps, so that's why I just thought I'm gonna just go for it. Yeah, see, there we already lost 1. Another one. Okay, well, that's fine. It's not that bad. So yeah, let's take this bandit camp out. We'll just get the loot, really. And I'm gonna say, yeah, to the treasury. Yeah, that's where we want it. Okay, so here the bandits come out. Let's just get our guys ready. Make sure they all are together. Nice. Oh my goodness. Come on, take them out. Oh my word. Oh man, I've got 1 retinue left. Okay, that didn't really go the way that I planned it. So I definitely need to make sure to have more retinue next time. There we go. Send to my treasury. Okay, let's just send this one guy back. Right, so I can see now the carrots and the cabbage is accumulating nicely. We do need more meats, that's for sure. I've got a lot of extra dress stone now, so I think maybe while we have all those extra resources, maybe I should just go ahead and upgrade them. These structures, the garrison tower, as well as the actual mana. Yeah, so let's see. We've got everything that we need. Yeah, I'm gonna just say commit. Let's do that. Why not? I can't remember really, but I do think that we also get some extra influence if we upgrade this mana. So, and then what would be a good thing maybe is to either claim this territory or this one over here. One of the two. I want to see what resources we've got. The stone on that side as well. Infinite fish. It's eel. Okay. Yeah, well, it's only eel and then the mushrooms. Those are the two big or rich deposits that we've got. I think this will be more like a strategic location in any ways. I don't know, the fertility might be good. No. Just want to see how's the fertility on this side. Okay, the fertility is better here, so I don't know. It will make more sense for me to actually have this one. Right, so hopefully we can accumulate that influence. I didn't actually get extra influence by upgrading the mana, but it still looks pretty cool. Love the look of this. Okay, so what we can do, we've got now a really decent amount of carrots and cabbages. So I want to open up another trade route, just see minor trades. So carrots, they do fall under a minor trade, which is great. So I'm going to just say export, and they can export when it's over 100. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. Now cabbages, they do fall under a major export or import. So I'm going to wait for that one, and the pears will also fall under a major. What we're going to do is I'm going to just let the money accumulate, and then I'm going to open up the trade route here for the dress stone, and I'm going to start selling that off. Because then, yeah, I think we're going to really make some good money. Let's see, we do have to maybe upgrade a few extra houses, so I'm thinking let's maybe upgrade this burgage plot here with the goat shed. I need to convert one of these burgage plots. I need to convert to a brewery. We need to get going with that. And my firewood is a little bit on the low side, so I just need to tweak this. So just sell the firewood only when it's over 100, and I suppose we need another woodcutter. Okay, and we can move these guys a little bit further up. There we go. We'll just shift all of them further up, and we can add ourselves 2 foresters. And yeah, that should keep them busy for quite a while. Now we can change this. I've already upgraded this burgage plot, so we can change this into a brewery. And we've got already one family assigned here to the malt house. Now I'm gonna just wait before I start importing the barley. So I'm going to just import the raw barley. Importing the malt is going to be too pricey. So yeah. All of a sudden I got a big chunk of money into my regional wealth, so we can do this now. We can just open up this trade route here for the dress stone, and let's just say export, and we can say export anything over 120. I think would be fine. And then we can start looking at importing the barley. So let's open this, which will be a major trade, and we'll say import 10. Let's just do 10 for now. And then the ale, well, I don't think we have to set up a limit here. Let's leave that out. We've got a family by the malt house. Okay, well, that's good. Now the last major trade route, or for now at least, that I want to get going. Let's see, we're getting a lot of pears in, so I definitely want to set up the trade route here for the pears. So let's see, that's going to cost now 420 coin, which is okay. We've got that other trade route open up now for the dress stone. And you can see now the berries, they are done. I'll keep the one family here by the fisherman's hut. I'm gonna just leave them there. Let's see, for the livestock, okay, we still can actually push this up a little bit further. And let's maybe assign another family here by the trading post. I did add another hitching post over here, so let's see, we've got currently 3 oxen. I think having 4 oxen would be maybe better. So let's order another ox and then I'll maybe just do 1 more extra horse. Yeah, so now we can see we've got 48 leather. So from here, we can actually look at setting up ourselves a cobbler shop. But I believe the cobbler shop can only be set up now if you've got a tier 3 burgage plot. Let's just have a look, shall we? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you can see now we need a level 3 burgage plot. So we have to get going with that. Okay, our coin is accumulating pretty nicely. And then we'll open up this trade route here for the pairs. So the coins are really flowing now. So from here we can now open up that trade route for the pairs. So let's just check this out. There we go. Look at that. 6 coin per pair that we are selling. Those pairs are made of gold. Right, so I'm going to say export, and we still want a decent amount of pairs available, so I'm going to say, let's just see where the population is at. 100. Yeah, maybe we should push this up. Maybe let's say anything over 100 we can sell the pairs. We can get some more pair orchards. I still want to see where I can place those. Maybe on this side. Yeah, even here, we're not too far from the market, so... But let's go ahead and add ourselves another family here to work at the granary as well as the storehouse. Now we are starting to produce our first beer. Let's see, yeah, there's 20L. So we'll now be able to increase the level of one of these burgage plots. So I want to look at maybe one of these ones with the chicken coops. I'm going to increase them to burgage plot 3 and then I'll change them to a cobbler shop. So this new level 3, which is what they call a 2.5, but it's actually a level 3, officially now a level 3. You can see they kind of look like the level 2, but just a little bit bigger. And then, like I've mentioned before, our original level 3 houses are going to now be the level 4. Okay, this is actually pretty nice. I mean, you can see the difference between the level 2 and the level 3. It's a small difference, but you can see the difference. And we'll change this to a cobbler workshop. There we go. Okay, nice. And we are going to get a much nicer income here from the tax. Having these tier 3 burgage plots. I just want to show you with the AI, they're doing pretty well. Before I go there, let's just quickly claim this land. I think this is the one with the good fertility, right? Yeah. So let's do this. Claim. Can't I claim? Oh, still got 860. Oh man, okay. Can't claim yet. Right, but let me show you how they are progressing. This is looking... It's looking a bit unorganized, but they are growing at a really nice pace. So there's a few of these burgage plots, I believe, on this side that they've already upgraded. Yeah, so you can see there's a joiner's workshop. They've got a blacksmith here as well. So they've upgraded those two. And I think this one, are these ones upgraded? No, level 1. So they've got 2 level 2 burgage plots already. They're upgrading slowly, but they're definitely growing nicely. Now this is going to be a tricky one. So just to show you now, to upgrade from level 3 and to get to level 4, we're going to need grains. And we're also going to need 2 additional meats. So they've made it a lot more difficult now to upgrade. Well, we never had a tier 4, but I'm just meaning to get to the level of where we had those good looking houses. To get them, it's going to just be more difficult. I suppose what we can do, I mean, we've actually got a really good rye fertility over here. So you know what, this is something that we can look at, because we do need to get going with our grains. And we've got a lot of extra families now available. Every time we upgrade, we get extra families. So let's do this. Let's just see the rye. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. We can do a few rye farms. Let's go with that. And we can just look at where else we can upgrade the houses to tier 3. So I think we ran out of barley. Yeah, or out of ale, sorry. Malt production. Yeah, I suppose we need to push our imports for the barley. Let's maybe take it up to 20. So I've got now 3 of my burgage plots I've upgraded now to the tier 3. So yeah, you can see here they look pretty cool, I must say. Like, look at this one. This is pretty neat, the Boyer's Workshop. Very cool. Right, so the sheep population is also accumulating nicely. So the sheep will definitely sort us out for the meats. We've got the fish and we're going to have the goat and the chicken, all of that. So that's fine. And combining that with the sheep meat, I think we'll be fine. What we can do is we can start adding ourselves some walls and gates over here. Doesn't have to be big, but just to have something. There we go. It's not too pricey. We'll be able to do that. Don't know why it's flashing red. Oh, okay, so it's actually the planks that we are lacking. So let's do this. Sawpit, advanced. Let's say push it up to 120. And we will sell the planks when they're over 100. There we go. Gliding. Oh, so I did actually have enough resources. It was just colliding. Okay, well there we go. And I can get going with that. Now we've got this extra space here for some more burgage plots. And what I was thinking of doing is to just take all of the space. Maybe we should do it this way around. I'm going to pull it through like this. Bring it all the way up. Okay. So this worked well with the church. But this doesn't seem to be working here with the tavern. Oh, I had it there now. There we go. This is a little bit of a wonky design. Yeah, maybe it's not as practical. Yeah, I see they don't want to go around the tavern. What we can do, maybe I should do this. This is going to work better. Let's take a road through. Let's just do this. This should work. There we go. That's looking much better. I'm going to just go for that. So now we can add another orchard here for the pears. Right, and we've got a farmhouse now set up. I'm going to start adding the families. And we can maybe just go ahead, add a few of these smaller burgage plots right over here. Which will probably be a combination between chicken coops and the goat sheds. See, so there are a few that we can upgrade. This one we can upgrade to level 3. And then we've got a couple of these that we can take to level 2. So this will allow us to just get a few extra families in. And we're going to assign all of them here to the farmhouse. Now let's do this. We're going to add a few crop fields over here. And I just want to pull the road through just to also help with the maneuverability. And this is all going to be rye. We're going to make small patches. I don't know if it's going to cause a problem being against the wall here of the manor, but it's going to look pretty nice having it there. Let's just do it like this. Maybe just do another 2. Alright, let's see this. So we're going to alternate between rye and we're going to do the crop rotations and we'll do a fallow. Yeah, I'm not going to even bother with the rest of the stuff. So we'll do a rye and a fallow. Rye and fallow. I wish we could choose between 2 years. Just do a crop rotation between 2. I suppose we can do flax, so let's do flax as well. So I do think I need to get going and taking out some more bandit camps. And just to allow me to gather some more influence. And what I can also do, I've got to wait now for this wall to be finished here for the manor, but I can start doing some tithing. And that will also help with the influence. I probably should have done that earlier. But in any case, I've got now 13 retinue. And I'm trying to think if this should be enough. Yeah, let's send it out here and we can take out this bandit camp, and this is going to be enough for us to then basically get enough influence. I think so. You see, these guys are now going to take out these bandits. They're on their way, so I must get to this bandit camp before they do. They're attacking them now with their retinue, but they're definitely not going to last. Oh, there we go. So they've just gave us like a really nice decoy. I'm going to just let my retinue run because I don't think we're going to have to worry about fighting. Right, send it to the treasury. thought I would have gotten some more influence from taking out the bandit camp. I don't know. So maybe I was mistaken. Okay, so we're definitely gonna have to do the tithing. But that money to the treasury will definitely come in handy. Alrighty, we need to start processing our grain. So I'm going to set up a windmill right over here. We've got good wind efficiency. Now we've already got some grains. Yeah, there we go. Very little though. So we definitely need to look at adding some more crop fields. And let's just maybe do that. I'm gonna just extend it over here like so. And let's do another one on this side. And yeah, let's do another 3 maybe. So we're going to rotate between these 3. We can assign the one to do rye, and then fallow and flax, fallow, flax and rye, and then flax, flax, rye, fallow. There we go. So we rotate between those 3. And we're going to systematically just get more workers in. So let's see. So there we go. Yeah. I think we've got now a decent amount of families available. We're going to assign one more over here. And then another one here to the windmill. Let's just make this the highest priority. Okay. And once we are producing our flour, just see... Wheat, rye flour. Yeah, once we've got the rye flour going, we can start making the rye breads. So there's 2 things that we need to do additionally. We need to set up ourselves. Just see, some of these houses can be upgraded to tier 3 now. Maybe we should do that actually. Now let's upgrade these ones to tier 3. I just want to see here. So this is... I'm going to turn this one into a butchery. Now we're short of staff. So let's take away one family here. We've got a decent amount of sheep. So I'm going to only let them slaughter specifically the lambs if it's over 60. I think that would be good. Then we can start producing our beef. Alright, so we've now changed to a large village. Okay, so let's see for the butchery. Yeah, we're going to do the meat. And like I say, I'm going to let them only slaughter if the lambs are over 60. And let's do this maybe. I'm going to say if the adult sheep goes over 80, which I doubt they would. But we'll just do it like that. Oh, see, this house is actually lacking water, so we need to place ourselves, or we need to upgrade this. Where was it? I think we need to upgrade this well point. There we go. Just to help supply everybody. So I've got a decent amount of money now within my regional wealth, so I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to open up the trade route here for the shoes. Say export when we get over 100. And then also the clothing is accumulating so fast. So I think we should just go ahead and export this as well. I mean, we get 3 coin per clothing piece. So we can maybe say when we're over 200, they can sell the clothing. I'll keep the ale. I'll maybe rather just assign another family here to help manage the large tavern. so that we can be sure that everybody is provided for. And here's a few of these houses that we can still upgrade. So I'm going to do that. We'll get those extra families available to just help with everything pretty much. Right, okay, and I've got now the influence that I need to claim this territory. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because I see the other guy is going pretty wild in claiming all of these territories. So I'm going to just do that and claim for myself also a territory. Right, so we've got some more of these tier 3 burgage plots. Now I'm thinking now I should have maybe produced some extra fruits, because now our animal produce is not really performing as well. So that's the eggs and the milk. We've got a lot of goat sheds and chicken coops, but they're just not producing enough to give us sufficient stuff of what we need here to make the houses go up to level 4. Enemy spotted. Oh, that's a bit strange. They want to attack me now. Oh, okay. I thought that's a little bit odd. So these guys, they actually took out the bandits. Okay. That's pretty cool. Region claimed. Okay. So let's see here. Yeah, so... we need to really get going with those grains. I suppose we're going to now start selling our shoes as well as the clothing. We're going to get really good money from that. So I suppose what we can do, we can import our rye. It's super expensive. But I mean, this can be part of a minor trade, so we can just get some rye sheaves in just to get producing here with the grains. And let's see, we've got a little bit of rye flour. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this. I'm going to have to change this into a bakery, one of these. And I think let's change this one into a bakery. So to have a bakery now as a burgage plot extension, you've got to have a tier 3 structure, which we've got over here now. And gonna have to unassign a family from somewhere, so maybe from the quarry. We're producing dressstone and rubblestone so quickly. So let's just see, trade. Yeah, we've got this export going here for the dressstone, so I don't know why it's going so slow. Right, so now we've got a full retinue, and from here we can start looking at upgrading these guys. I'm gonna just kind of like go crazy with this. Yeah, now we've got a pretty strong retinue. So we can just keep on going with that. I'm starting to get my first rye bread in, so you can see we've got 21 there. So having this bakery extension by the burgage plot, they are very, very effective. So you can accumulate the rye pretty quickly. So we're going to have now a lot of rye that we're going to produce here, I believe. Yeah. So we've got quite a few families that's operating here, and I think once we get our next harvest, we're going to have a decent amount of rye bread. So let's just see if there's a few extra houses that we can upgrade. I'm going to just focus on upgrading a lot of these houses to tier 2. I'm not going to worry too much about going to the tier 3 now. We've got a couple of tier 3 houses, but I want to make sure that we've got everything that we need to get these tier 3 houses to tier 4. So the animal produce is what we are lacking. Or we maybe could have had 2 fruits. That's also an option. So, but I'm so deep into this development now of the town, I think I should just focus on adding some more animal produce burgage plots. Just do some more extensions here with chicken coops and with the goat sheds. Oh my goodness, so we've got quite a couple of raiders coming in here. At least my retinue is pretty strong, so we're going to send them out to this side. We've got our pikemen and then also our archers. I think we're going to just go ahead and send them all towards this side. It's either 3 or 4 of these raiding parties. I'm not quite sure. I don't think my archers are going to mean much at this stage. But let's send them towards this side. I don't know why my retinue is stuck here. Come on, come on, come on. Get out, get out, get out. Okay, I'm gonna have to do something here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to deconstruct. Deconstruct. Yes. Let's do this. I don't know, there's obviously some problems with the fencing again. No, we should be fine. I think it's only 3 parties that's attacking here. So there we've got the one already destroyed. Oh, there's another one. That's okay. We'll be fine. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, so we got them all taken out. Perfect. So we did lose a few guys, so we're gonna have to maybe just assign some family members here to work here by the corpse bit. Yeah, otherwise the farmers are not gonna have a nice day working around all of these corpses. Gee whiz. Well, I managed to get one of my houses up now to tier 4. And this is just, I'm very curious to see what they require. So going up from burgage plot or getting all the goods that they need for level 4, you need 2 different grains, 3 types of meats, and then going to have to have animal produce and fruit. You're going to have 3 of that, also a variety. So I would say the best thing to do is maybe to have 2 different fruits and then still produce maybe milk or eggs or even both as an animal produce for third product. And then obviously with the grains, the easiest option would be to have wheat and rye bread available that you can produce within your city. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I think this is going to keep you busy for a little bit longer because the progression, yeah, it does take longer to get obviously to this level now. We've got these houses, but otherwise this looks very cool. And I'm quite happy about this update. It's not as big as they say, like it's a major update, but it doesn't feel that big, although it does add that little bit of depth within your game going through the progression. But thank you so much everybody. That's it for me for today's playthrough. If you did enjoy it, please remember to press the like button and also the bell notification, then you can stay updated on everything that I do on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and then I'll see you in the next one.